We started off as a tech company, and we were offering our tech for omnichannel commerce to
Mm-hmm.
almost all large brands in the lifestyle space. And
Achha.
then, and that's how we were working from 2014 to about to 2020, where it was just a software play. We would give our software to them and charge a subscription fee on the SaaS model. We felt that this was always at least our customer support teams or customer success teams felt there was always a challenge in pushing new features to the clients because they would always focus on the core features, and adoption for newer and more progressive features was always a challenge. So we saw an opportunity. What if we took over some of these brands ourselves, and
Mm-hmm.
we use a tech model to scale them further? And that's when we started approaching some of the brands, and we closed with Lee and Wrangler first, and then with Toys R Us and so on. That's when we switched the model. Brands which have high awareness in India, and
Mm-hmm.
customers know these brands, and you're right, their expectations are same, that what you're buying here in India should be equivalent to what they're buying in Europe or US, right?
Achha.
But the reality also is, if let's say a jeans here is selling at $50, in Europe is selling for $100, an average selling price point. But the customers want it for $50, but they want the same quality, which which they are delivering at $100. So that's what's the one challenge in India. But that's how the market is, because unlike Europe, where scale takes a lot of time, here the scale also comes in, pretty quickly if you do the things right. So India, to be honest, is a low margin and high volume game, and if you play that game, and you're patient, there is of course scale and profitability to be achieved. See, right now we're focusing on fashion because we tried one non-fashion business, which was Toys R Us, and that didn't really work out well for us. Also, because around the time we launched, it was a JV between us and Flipkart. Around the time we launched, the government brought in this BIS regulation, where all the imports were stopped, and at that point of time, more than 80% of toys were coming in from China, and local manufacturing was taking time to come up to the level. At the same time, we also realize that we have to go back to our strength, which is fashion. So, one, we are focusing on fashion. Second, the brand should have high awareness in the local market. And the third is the brand should allow us to do our own manufacturing and design as well. Started from as a tech company, I think we continue to believe that's a very, very important play. At the
Mm-hmm.
same time, the fact of the matter is that we feel brands can be built offline, and building brands online is challenging in terms of building them profitably. So
Mm-hmm.
we feel that today's customer is not siloed, whether online or offline. So that's why whenever we launch brands, we launch them for all the channels together. The reality is the tier 2, tier 3 cities are, definitely giving better returns on the capital as compared to the metros.
Mm-hmm.
The fact of the matter is that the our productivity is not anywhere close to the Western markets or developed markets. Unfortunately, our rents have caught up. So we are at productivity which is of today, and the rentals are of what should be 3 years from now. So by the time you catch up to that rental versus productivity, the rentals increase. So that's a constant challenge, in the retail market here. Been a bit of a pivot as well. We were from
Mm-hmm.
a SaaS company to a retail company, and now retail plus SaaS in April when we launch. So we've been fortunate enough to get a good bunch of investors, and they've supported us through and through since our Series A in 2017. So we are happy with the investors we have, and hopefully over the next couple of years, we'll be able to give them the return on their capital as well. So the teams get together to first identify the values, and then synergy between the values for both the customers, customers of the one whom you're collaborating with, and our customers. And then you see what values are overlapping, and then you built a product around it.